American Black Bear versus Bees by Ethan D. This book is dedicated to Mrs. Weber for doing an awesome job teaching us this year, and to all this year's greetings at Loveland Elementary School for showing huge growth from the start of the school year. Introduction. Did you know that American black bears eat honey? Did you also know that in the process of making honey, hundreds of bees chew it until it turns to a pasty, sticky, tiny mouthful of honey? Do you ever wonder what would happen if the bees were making honey and then an uninvited guest comes to steal the honey that took a lot of time to make? Well, my question to you is, who would win? An American black bear or a colony of thousands of bees? In this book, you will learn facts of both bees and the American black bear, and obviously, who would win. Read more to find out. Where to find them? The American black bear is an all-black bear found in old and new forests. Even though the word American is in the name, this bear can be found as far north as northern Canada to as far south as the middle of Mexico. The reason people call it the American black bear is because before people knew America, this bear would be found almost everywhere in America. The bears like the thick ground cover and an abundance of fruit, nuts, and vegetation. Bees can be found almost everywhere in the world except for cold places like Antarctica, northern Canada, northern Russia, and southern Chile. If you want to find bees, you could look on sunflowers, trees, or any flower or sweet item. For example, ices, trash. They are addicted. If you leave an icy alone in the summer, it is likely that bees will be surrounding it or in it. The reason the bees are so addicted is because they sometimes confuse sweets with their honey, so they are attracted to it. They also confuse the smell of sweets with the nectar that it takes to make honey. Bees sure like sweets. Bees smell sweet honey that was in the jar earlier. What's for lunch? The main food for a bee is pollen and nectar. Bees find most of the nectar and pollen in flowers and blossoms. That's the only main item that bees eat. Surprisingly, the American black bear is an herbivore and usually doesn't eat meat or other animals. The bear's main diet is plants like herbs, grasses, roots, nuts, fruit, honey, and more. Every once in a while, the bear will eat some animals like fish, small mammals, insects, dead animals, and garbage. Bee collecting pollen to make the bee to take back to the nest to make honey. In the hills and valleys of northern Canada, it is cold, so not a lot of plants grow there. Because of this, the American black bears go to the streams and creeks to catch and eat salmon. In the winter, salmon go upstream, and they have to jump in and out of the water. Luckily for the bear, when the salmon jumps out of the water, the bear uses its teeth to catch the fish in the midair. Then the American black bear enjoys a tasty snack on a stream bank. Bear catching salmon in midair. Characteristics. Adult male American black bears range from 50 to 75 inches in length and weigh usually between 130 to 660 pounds. Adult female black bears have typically the same length as male, but the weight is shockingly different. Female's average weight is between 90 and 175 pounds. On its head, American black bears have small round ears, a few inches in size. On their feet, the bears have big 1-inch claws on their feet. From toe to shoulder, the bear is usually 3 to 4 feet tall. If you could count their small heads, they are about 4 to 6 feet tall. Bees are tiny. The average bee weighs fraction of pounds. That means 600 bees. An average whole nest of bees weigh as much as 15 pounds. Most bees have short, thick bodies covered with hair and 2 wings. Did you know that the heaviest American black bear weighs 880 pounds? The bees also have 3 body parts: head, thorax, and abdomen. Bees also have the stinger that it uses as a defense from danger. If a bee is trying to sting you for defense, you really can't run from it because the average bee flies over 15 miles per hour. A bee's wings must move very fast for it to fly at that speed. There's the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Family life. All beehives usually have 60,000 bees. They have one queen and about 100 workers. Worker bees are all females. They collect pollen and nectar and go through the process of creating honey to feed the colony. The worker bees also clean the hive, take care of the offspring, and feed the queen. Drones are male. Their job is to mate with the queen. The rest of the bees are just part of the colony. They can do whatever they want or need to. Queen. Compared to bees' family life, American black bear's family life is different. Females give birth to 2 or 3 blind, helpless little cubs in midwinter and nurse them in the den till spring, when all emerge in search of food. In spring, the males lead the search of food and march in front to protect the cubs and their mom. If any American black bear thinks something is dangerous, it will make itself bigger by puffing their fur and standing on their hind legs. If angry, they will smash their paws on the ground and charge at whatever is bothering it. I sure don't want to be the thing that is bothering it. Cubs. Who wins? If a hungry American black bear got close to a nest with honey, it would probably get stung. When that happens, the bear would most likely not get hurt by the sting, but it would get mad. The bear will try to smack or crush the nest, and when that happens, that's when the bees get out of the nest and charge at the bear. Lucky for him, his fur keeps him, for the most part, safe. Because of this, the bear will be able to make its way through the swarm of mad bees into the nest. The bear would crush the nest and start eating the honey. By then, all the bees would be attacking the bear to make its way through the swarm of mad bees into the nest. By then, the bees would be attacking the bear to the point when the bear's body starts hurting. But in the nest, in such damage that soon the bees decide to leave the nest behind and go start a new nest elsewhere. Thousands of bees would have died after stinging the bear, and the remaining will go nest somewhere better. Meanwhile, the bear would enjoy some tasty honey and invite his cubs and their mother to some honey. Even the other bears and the other animals would come to see what's happening. In closing, the bear and cubs and their mother, and possibly some other animals, too, enjoyed delicious honey. In the end, the bear was left injured, but survived with only some sore skin that hurt. As for the animals that watched it unfold, they found out that the bear is crowned the winner for who would win, an American black bear or a nest of bees. The winner is American black bear.